Okay, here we have the September 20th, 1968 Life magazine featuring the icy legacy of Arthur Ashe. Most people old enough to remember know he was one of the first and greatest black American tennis players. Inside we have a Salem ad, Salem cigarette ad, gorgeous 1960s ad. Here's another gatefold ad. This one here is for Del Monte. Look at all the Del Monte products, most of which are still available on your grocery store shelf today. When I was a kid, I grew up with Del Monte ketchup. This is the Del Monte ad. It's a big gatefold ad, as you can see. Alright, Life. Take a quick look at the September 20th, 1968 table of contents. Arthur, King of the Courts. Politics of Fear. Part 2 of the Beatles. This issue has an article on the Beatles. The Presidency by Hugh Sidey. He was a regular columnist in Life. And this, of course, is dealing with LBJ's presidency. LBJ was still president at the time until Nixon took over in January of '69. Plymouth Chrysler ad. Gorgeous Plymouth Chrysler ad. Introducing the 1969 Plymouth Fury. Once again, another gorgeous picture of the '69 Plymouth. Plymouth Belvedere. More ads. This one's for J&B Scotch. Tasting is believing. Gotta love these '60s ads and their wonderful design. 4 Days in Stalin's Inferno. That's the first circle by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. The Big Blow Up, only $1. This is a coupon where you can order a pop art pillow from L&M Cigarettes. Here's another gorgeous ad. This one's for the New Book of Knowledge, which is an encyclopedia set that you could order for the kids. And here's a gorgeous spread ad, one of those big double-page ads for American Cooking, Time, Life, Foods of the World. And this was a series of books on cooking from Time Life. There's the insert card that you ordered it with, the postcard that you mailed to subscribe to this series. And most of those back then would send you a book a month or something like this, and then a bill and invoice for it, and you could collect the whole set. In this case, it's a series of cookbooks. Okay, here we go with the Kodak. The new Kodak Instamatic cameras. Slides were very popular at the time. Picture taking in general, which it still is, it's just gone digital. But back then we used film. And look at these gorgeous little Kodak Instamatic cameras. At the same time, Polaroid was out as well, and a lot of people were doing the instant cameras. Here's Contact, which is a form of cold medicine. A great Contact ad. Here we are with a Sharp. Keep in mind, this is 7 years before the '75 World Series, but they're already thinking that far ahead. This is a Sharp color TV. Nice ad for a Sharp color TV. Another beautiful ad. One of the things about Life magazine, they had gorgeous ads. You talk about Mad Men, talk about your Madison Avenue advertising agencies. The big magazines like this back in the '60s. These great big magazines were Life, Look, and Saturday Evening Post. And you want to talk about some fabulous ads? Now just look at the art in this Sprite ad. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous Sprite ad. Fabulous art. Gasping Golfer. Viceroy. Cigarette ads were big and prominent back then. Tobacco industry pumped a lot of money. Mobil oil. Here's a Johnny Walker Red ad. All scotches. Scotch is so good it's the world's best seller. Johnny Walker Red. A McDonald's ad. Look at this. McDonald's Coca-Cola ad. Yep. classic McDonald's ad. Here's a Shell oil ad. There's still Shell stations around and Shell oil. Alright, here we are, Arthur Ashe. This is a nice spread on the tennis player, Arthur Ashe. There he is holding up a silver cup. Here's a few action shots of him in motion during a tennis game. Another fantastic pictures. Another thing about Life was the wonderful photography. All the great photography that went into Life magazine. Here we go. Here's Jackie Kennedy, JFK's widow. This, keep in mind, is prior to her having married Onassis not too long. There we are talking about the Pueblo. Jackie's there on the Pueblo, apparently, greeting the Pueblo crew. The Pueblo incident is a story for another video, or you can look it up on Google and read about the Pueblo, or Wikipedia, Pueblo incident. Microcosm of politics and fear. Wallace for president in '68. That's when George Wallace ran for president. Again, the wonderful articles and the wonderful photography are part of what made Life magazine such a fantastic, powerful magazine in the 60s. And it lasted into the 70s as well. Another wonderful ad. And these were apparently canvas prints that you could order. So anyone who wanted to collect decorative painting could do so. Moscow. That's a person I'm not familiar with. Not going to attempt to pronounce that name right now. Wonderful furniture ad. Hide a Bed by Simmons. See another Chrysler car ad. Wonderful vehicle ad. Morton TV dinners. Yep, Morton TV dinners. Another great ad. Worthy of Mad Men. Enrolling in the Army. Nice Army recruitment ad. Pall Mall cigarette ad. Peter Dushin. Talking about the great pianist Peter Dushin. This is a color TV set. Sears Silvertone TV. There you go. Sears was still a big department store back then. Again, the whole civil rights movement was a big thing going at that time. And there was the desegregation of the schools. Schools were being integrated at the time, nationwide. There's you a Nixon Spiro Agnew ad. You know Nixon was running. And here we are, the Beatles. There you go. There's George Harrison. This is part 2 of an article on the Beatles. There's a John Lennon shot there. Notice the Helter Skelter album was already coming into the White Album, which later Charles Manson was influenced by, unfortunately. Another wonderful shot. John Lennon, this is the lyrics to Eleanor Rigby. Lyrics to Eleanor Rigby. A Day in the Life. And some more wonderful pictorials to accompany this Beatles article. Yes. Notice the posters behind the girl and the baby. Again, it's fabulous ad. Lady Madonna. Again, the article on the Beatles continues. More great ads. Continuation of the Beatles. Art of John, Ringo and Paul with George Martin. A big Old Crow ad. A nice Smirnoff ad. Smirnoff. And look at these little pies. Still quite popular today. These are the Hostess pies. Apple, cherry, what have you, all different kind of fruit pies. And then a Wonder Bread, the Wonder Years. There was a TV show along that line dealing with this time period. Roto Rooter. Sony digital clock. My parents had a clock like that. More wonderful furniture ads. Anderson Studios. You can see, again, Life magazine was a showcase for advertising, for art, and this has been another wonderful issue. Again, a fantastic shot of the Beatles. And this has been a fantastic issue of Life. Yoko scene there with John Lennon. Bissell. Soaring after the Olympic medals. Etna. And this is, of course, the pageants of the time. Kennel Ration Burger, dog food. Sylvania, family on TV. And this is, of course, with a built-in slide. This TV had a built-in slideshow. And, of course, Territon. Rather fight than switch. Famous Territon ad. That was the Life magazine, folks, for September 20th, 1968.